What happens when a royal family is overthrown, but its crown prince still lives like a billionaire? Meet Reza Pahlavi, the exiled heir to the peacock throne of Iran. In today's videos, we're taking you inside the wealth, lifestyle, and controversies surrounding the man who was once destined to be king. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button if you love exploring the untold lives of the world's wealthiest. Reza Pahlavi's life is a definition of a story interrupted. Born on October 31st, 1960 in Tehran, he was raised as a crown prince of Iran, destined to inherit one of the oldest monarchies in the world. His father, Mohammad Reza Shah, was the second and last Shah of the Pahlavi Dynasty, while his mother, Farah, became an international fashion icon and cultural figure. As a child, Reza lived in opulence, palaces decorated with priceless art, servants, elite education, and the constant reminder that he would one day rule over 40 million Iranians. By his teenage years, he had already trained as a fighter pilot in the Imperial Iranian Air Force, preparing to lead both politically and militarily. But history had other plans. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution erupted. Protesters poured into the streets against the monarchy, accusing it of corruption and authoritarianism. Reza, just 19 at the time, watched as his family's empire collapsed almost overnight. Instead of a coronation, he was forced into exile, carrying only his title and the remnants of a royal fortune. To understand Reza's billionaire lifestyle, you have to look at the Pahlavi dynasty's immense fortune. During the Shah's rule, Iran was one of the world's largest oil producers, and much of that wealth flowed into the royal family. The Pahlavis invested heavily in real estate, both inside Iran and abroad, building a vast portfolio of palaces, estates, and luxury properties. Estimates of their net worth vary wildly. Some sources claim the Pahlavis controlled tens of billions of dollars, while others suggest figures closer to a few billion. What's certain is that the Shah maintained offshore accounts, held shares in multinational corporations, and acquired one of the most valuable art collections in the Middle East. When the revolution forced the family out, many assets inside Iran were seized by the new Islamic Republic, but properties and investments abroad were harder to touch. This is where Reza Pahlavi's wealth today originates. Foreign estates, hidden trusts, and diversified investments made by his father decades earlier. Even in exile, the dynasty had secured enough to ensure Reza could live like a billionaire prince for the rest of his life. After leaving Iran, Reza Pahlavi moved across different countries: Egypt, Morocco, and later the United States. Today, his permanent residence is in McLean, Virginia, a suburb of Washington, D.C., often called Billionaire's Row. This area is home to senators, ambassadors, CEOs, and political elites. Living here allows Reza to stay close to power while enjoying the privacy and comfort of suburban luxury. His estate is valued in the multi-million-dollar range, featuring spacious gardens, manicured lawns, and the security expected of an exiled royal. Reports suggest his home is equipped with everything from indoor gyms to private pools, designed for both comfort and protection. Beyond McLean, the Pahlavi family also maintains ties to other estates in the U.S. and Europe. For an exiled royal, location matters. Virginia provides Reza proximity to American policymakers, think tanks, and universities, important for someone who still positions himself as a political alternative for Iran. While he doesn't flaunt his wealth on social media, neighbors and observers describe his lifestyle as discreet but undeniably elite, a world away from the struggles of ordinary Iranians. Reza Pahlavi's spending habits reflect both his royal upbringing and his need to maintain an image as a serious political figure. While some billionaire heirs splash their wealth across social media, Reza plays his cards carefully. Still, the signs of wealth are impossible to miss. He is known to travel via private jets when attending international conferences, diplomatic events, or family vacations. His wardrobe includes custom-tailored suits and luxury accessories designed to project authority and elegance. Cars, security teams, and upscale dining are all part of his daily life, although rarely publicized. Beyond personal luxuries, Reza invests heavily in education and appearances for his family. His wife, Yasmin, is a lawyer and activist, and their 3 daughters have been raised in elite schools, exposed to both Western and Persian culture. He also directs significant funds toward lobbying and advocacy. Running a royal office in exile requires financing staff, media campaigns, and travel expenses. In short, Reza Pahlavi's wealth isn't just about comfort. It's about keeping up the image of a crown prince who could, in theory, one day reclaim a throne. While many exiled royals retreat into obscurity, Reza Pahlavi has remained politically active for more than 4 decades. He brands himself not just as Iran's crown prince, but as a champion of democracy and secular government. This is a calculated move. By distancing himself from the authoritarian image of his father, Reza positions himself as a modern, reformist alternative. From his base in the U.S., he has spoken at universities, think tanks, and human rights organizations. He frequently gives interviews to international media, criticizing the Islamic Republic and voicing support for protests inside Iran. Reza has also tried to unite opposition groups abroad, though not always successfully. This political role costs money. Lobbyists, advisors, and advocacy campaigns don't come cheap. But it also opens doors. By being based near Washington, he has access to U.S. policymakers and exiled Iranian networks, keeping his name in circulation as a possible future leader. Critics argue that Reza's billionaire lifestyle creates a disconnect. They ask, how can an exiled prince living in comfort truly understand the struggles of average Iranians? Reza Pahlavi sits at the crossroads of admiration and resentment. For monarchists, he's a living symbol of Iran's lost glory, a man who could one day restore stability. To them, his wealth proves legitimacy. He continues to live as a royal because in their eyes he still is one. For others, however, he is a reminder of the Pahlavi dynasty's extravagance and disconnect from ordinary Iranians. His father's rule was marked by rapid modernization, but also by accusations of corruption and repression. Critics say Reza benefits from fortunes built on oil revenues that should have served the Iranian people. In the eyes of many, he is a billionaire prince without a kingdom respected abroad, but controversial at home. Still, his influence endures. Every time protests erupt in Iran, his name resurfaces in international debates. Whether admired as a future leader or dismissed as an exiled royal, Reza Pahlavi remains one of the most intriguing figures in Iran's modern history. So, inside the billionaire life of Reza Pahlavi, we see both privilege and paradox. A crown prince without a crown, a billionaire in exile, and a man caught between history and the future of Iran. What do you think? Is Reza Pahlavi a rightful leader waiting for his moment, or just another royal living off old money? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this inside look, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our other videos on the secret lives of billionaires.